feels very impersonal wearing the glasses. I've been breathing a lot today. I mean, like normal breathing, obviously, but like breathing in, like I definitely think I've been having a bit of anxiety today. Probably been having anxiety for the whole week, and just hadn't noticed, to be honest. But my topic today is it's okay to not be okay. I'm okay, but it's okay not to be okay. Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been okay for a bit, and I'm slowly getting better. And look, this is just how easy it is to be not okay, right? I mean, I talk about mental health a lot on my channel and how, 63 people a week here in Australia make the decision they don't want to be here because of their mental health or what's going on with their life. And that was one of those statistics with my friend Esther. And I share her journey a lot on my channel. And hey, Matt, how you going? I share her journey on my channel a lot. And I talk about mental health because it's important, right? We're important. And, Matt, you're important. I'm important. And my future self is important. And I say that a lot on my channel that, I don't just talk about this for, well, I talk about it for myself too, because who's to say in the future that I might not, I might need some mental health, help. And, look, if you watch, if you've been watching me, in the last probably 3 weeks unfold with the stress of, moving, renovating, moving, sick chicken, moving back into the van and trying to live in the van in confined spaces, and it's been a lot. And I don't think I've been okay. And today I actually finished my live quite abruptly because I wasn't okay. I was about to just burst into tears and just like be done. I mean, not be done, but like, I was like, I can't be crying again on a live. Like, I've cried a few times on a live. And sometimes I think it's, it's okay to be vulnerable, but sometimes I think, people might think, well, gee, she's a bit of a crybaby. Anyway, in that moment I went, you know what, I'm going to turn my live off and, deal with it myself, right? And I've been doing a few things today. I mean, it's a work day, right? So there's only so much you can do on a work day for yourself. But I thought about it today. I thought, you know what, maybe I should take the day off work. Oh, hey, Debbie Sue. Oh yeah, I know, it's okay to cry, I know that. But like, I was beside myself this morning. I was just like, I feel so bad for, the chicken. And, maybe I should have got rid of the chicken, a little while ago and not had to deal with this. But, I think in ways, the universe gives you these things to, deal with, right? And it is what it is, right? There's a verse, I'm sure there's a verse. God gives us, I don't know. Debbie, so you're quite religious, so you'll know the verse I'm talking about. God gives us what he thinks we can handle. I read the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, like 25 years ago, and it's a religious book written by a minister, actually. What's his name? Norman Vincent Peale. And one of the verses in that, or affirmation, so to speak, was, all things are possible with God's help. And one of the other verses was, God will give, oh God, I can't even remember the verse now, that, God will give us things that we can deal with. And, there's a lesson in everything that happens, right? So Debbie Sue's got here, yes, he doesn't give you more than you can bear. Yeah, and, even though I feel like there's been a lot going on for me personally, but I keep on saying to you guys, like, I'm just talking about myself. Everyone is going through their own, things in life, their own roller coasters, right? I'm no one special, right? We're all going through it. I'm just sharing it. very publicly. But I think it's important to share because otherwise I'm just being fake. And, as I said, mental health affects us all in different ways. And, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, when I started talking about mental health, I would never have thought that this would happen to me, that, I would feel how I feel in the last couple of weeks, overwhelmed with life and the circumstances that, I find myself. But it's okay not to be okay. And I have to wear that. Otherwise I'm not being my truthful self, right? And, so today, for example, it's a work day. I probably should have taken the day off work. So this morning I left you guys on a live where I was showing you little Grey. I'd put her in another container, the container that, I nearly drowned her in last week or the week before, because I didn't want to put her in the big cage because she's been flapping around and she gets stuck and she ends up on her side upside down, which is fucking just horrifying, right? And I was looking at her this morning and I was like, even though I'm so happy that she's been eating, like yesterday afternoon, I was so happy she was eating and she was moving and stuff like that. I just thought to myself, you know what, it's time, Mutiara. It's time, Mutiara. You can't do this to an animal anymore. You have to put her down. It's not fair. Because this is not fair anymore. And like I was thinking about myself too, like this is just too much, right? But then, so then I've turned off the live. I was like, you know what, I've got to go. And I quickly got ready for work and I thought to myself, should I take the day off work? Is it anything going to improve if I take the day off work? Will, the chicken improve? Probably not. But I decided, you know what? It is good to go to work. My background is I work with people with disabilities, and a lot of that has been working with people with mental health and getting people employed even though they're going through mental health conditions. Because the findings have been that if you help someone that is, suffering a bit of mental health, that they will subconsciously start thinking about the job and, thinking about, starting a job and the new work that they're doing instead of thinking about what's going on in their life. I have helped a few people in that kind of phase. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? And I'm a big believer in myself that, when you're having a bad day, sometimes it's good to distract yourself and, not think about it, overthink it, right? So I went to work and it was the best thing I did, right? You got to distract yourself, right? You can't think about your problems and your things when you're actually working. And I was working at a thrift shop with my client and it was fine. But I thought to myself, right, Dora, you're not feeling very well. What could you do to help yourself? Now, let me add another layer to this. You know how I'm living in the camper van. We've got a fridge in the camper van. Outside the camper van, we've got a fridge. And then in the house, we've got a fridge. So we've got food in all different places. So this morning, ever so organised Dora is, she pulled out her ice blocks that she puts into her lunchbox, had a fork, had a napkin, all ready for my lunch today, right? Because I'd made my lunches on Sunday, right? Or Monday, I think I made my lunches. So I have a salad, and then I put a tuna with sorry guys, I was just about to show you some kangaroos, but they just hopped away. Let me see if I can see them. Oh, there you are. Hey, Skippy. Skippy. Hey, darling. Hello. Oh, hello. Hey, Skippy. Hey, gorgeous. There was a whole family sitting in front of me. And, oh, there they are down there. There's a whole lot of them under a tree. Let me just zoom in if I can show you. Can you see that, guys? There's a whole lot of kangaroos sitting under a tree. Anyway, they'll come back. There's another area I saw them at. So anyway, continue on my story. Of course, Dora forgot her lunch. Coming out of the house, I was too busy going back into looking at the little chicken again, making sure she was okay, making sure she would drink some more water. And she drank a shitload of water, right? So I just forgot about getting my lunch. So on my way to work, I went, crap, I forgot my lunch. And you know, guys, I don't like to spend money on lunches because, I'm trying to save to go on holidays. And I just think it's a waste of money, right? So, that's why I make my lunch. And it's also about being healthy, right? And I thought, oh God, okay, I forgot my lunch. Okay, there's a lot going on, Dora. It's all right, it's a lot, it's all right. Anyway, when I was at work, I thought, you know what I could do? How about normally I take my client after we finish working, we go to a local shopping centre. She always gets sushi and a chocolate sundae, a chocolate milkshake. And then she catches the bus home, okay? And I always eat my lunch, right? My salad, my tuna. I thought, what if we went somewhere else? Hey, Kyle, what if we go to a fish and chip shop? It's a really nice fish and chip shop where I live in Redcliffe. It's called Morgan Seafood, and it's beautiful. It's by the water. There's the fishing boats. You can see the fish. You can see the seagulls. It's lovely, right? And fish, lots of omega acids? No, omega-3. Omega-3? Omega-3. God. Omega-3, really good for when you're feeling like not very, very good. It's really good to do, have omega-3s. Fish oil, basically, right? Fish has lots of fish oil. So I thought, you know what? Let's do that. So anyway, I said to my client, hey, do you want to go have fish and chips? She's like, yeah. I went, okay, cool, let's go. So I went and had fish and chips, and there's many layers to my life, right? This particular fish and chip shop is a place where my dad used to visit pretty much every day. He loved having fish and chips. He thought that if he had fresh fish every day, that would be really good for his brain. And look, he lived to 87 years old, so it worked, right? So I tried it, and I didn't try it, but I felt really good, guys. It felt really, really good to have some fish and chips in the sun, watching the boats and the seagulls, and Diego sending me pictures of the chicken, because the chicken, I told you this morning that I suggested that we take out clip off the cage on the bottom of the cage so that the chicken actually could be bare on grass, so that she wouldn't be tripping over the wire and falling onto the side and legs up in the air. So anyway, Diego has done that. So, I'm so blessed that I have, someone in my life that does action things. I would have actioned it myself if I could, but I didn't have the means. So it was nice that Diego did that. And he sent me a photo, and, little girl looked really happy. So I dropped my client home, and I was driving home, and I thought, you know what? Let's go visit my dad. My dad has passed away 8 years ago now, and the cemetery that his ashes are at, notoriously to see, you do actually see kangaroos. And I thought, you know what? Another thing, I get to see my dad. I still not see my dad, but, be around my dad, right? And also to see some kangaroos, because again, kangaroos, wild animals, guys, I'm Dora. I love seeing wild animals. And so you see my mental health gear going, it's a roller coaster, right? So I guess what I'm trying to share here, guys, is that it's okay not to be okay. And I haven't been okay today. I probably haven't been okay for a little while. And not that I fake it. I'm pretty honest with you guys how I'm feeling and share what's going on. But, I did some proactive things today. I thought about it. Should I go to work? No, I think it's a good idea to go to work. And I was able to change the course of the day by, going to go, instead of having lunch at the shopping centre, I probably would have, made a bad choice, probably, feeling the way I was feeling. I'd probably go get, something disgusting, like a Pepsi or something, or some KFC or McDonald's, and really feel shit about myself even more later on. Maybe not, because that would have been a bad move, right? Because, takeaway food, that kind of food, doesn't really make you feel very good. It might make you feel good eating it, but later on you're not going to feel very good. So I guess I'm very, very lucky that I have the tools around me and some people around me too. Let me add to another layer that I went to the toilet. I've been going to the toilet a lot lately. I think I am a little anxious, guys. And it's also a way, when you go to the toilet, is to get away from, my clients, my work, just to, click off for a little bit. And after I went to the toilet, I went around to the locker room where basically I give where my water is. And I clicked on my phone and I saw that our friend Rhonda was alive. So Rhonda always does a live on a Wednesday night. And most times I don't get to watch it because I'm working. But I clicked on it and said, hey girls, guys, nice to see you. I'm not here for a long time, I'm just working. And Rhonda was saying, she was saying that, yeah, Dora, you've been going through a bit of turmoil with, being, what was the word she used? A bit of out of sorts. Because, and I hadn't really thought about it that way. Like, I've just accepted that this is how it is, right? I've got to move out of the house. Oh, we just lost our hat. Anyway, long story short, it was nice to, spend a couple of minutes in the chat, having a chat with the ladies. Debbie Sue was there. It was nice. It's nice to have friends. And, a lot of my friends at the moment probably don't even know what's going on with me because life's a little bit chaotic. Some of them do. And they ask me, every couple of days, how you going? I did reach out to my sister, actually. That was another thing. I reached out to my sister this morning and said, hey, guess what? I'm coming to Sydney next weekend. Is that okay? And she did know that I was coming because I told her that, that there was a possibility I was coming. And I told her a little bit about what's going on. And she said, yeah. She goes, I sensed in your voice. I left her a voice message. I said, so I sensed in your voice that, you're a bit stressed. I'm like, yeah, just a little bit. But you know what? To actually talk to my sister and not talk to my sister, but I left her a message and to, I guess, dump, if you want to, the word dump, in a voice note, told her what's going on. Kind of felt good. It was like sharing, letting go of some of the stuff, holding on, that you've been holding on to. And another thing that I do, guys, and this might sound a bit weird, but I don't care. I have a voice note, and we all have voice notes on our phones, right? I have an iPhone. And every time you update your iPhone, it just connects over. So all the, the history of your voice notes. So basically it's like a dear diary to yourself. Instead of writing, it's a voice note, and it, to tell you the date, and, you can listen to your audio. And if you haven't noticed, I like to talk, right? So it's kind of convenient, right? So a lot of the time when I'm driving, I will voice note myself and, we'll just basically have a dear diary to myself. And I can go back 13 years ago when I first started this. I think it was my 38th birthday. Maybe it was longer than, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. It was a birthday. I was in Mexico and I was sharing what was going on in my life. And it's interesting to look back at all the different stages in your life and hear about how you're feeling. And I did a big dump today, guys. I dumped everything that I'm feeling. I just went, bleh. And I even said, Matt's go, no, Dora, that's not normal. It is normal. It's my normal, right? I even said in the voice note to myself, I said, I can't even ring my friend and tell them all the things that's going on in my life right now, because they'd just be like, oh, what the fuck? I mean, they're actually, even when you think about it, they're not even that bad, to be honest, right? They're not that bad. Oh, I've completely forgot to say one last thing, right? Another thing, the reason why I'm doing this live, because I really wanted, Debbie Sue knew this, I wanted to have a bit of, I wanted to go for a walk this afternoon in nature and just be, right? And I said to Debbie, on my live said, and Debbie Sue will say, and don't do that live, Dora, just enjoy it to yourself. And I said, and Debbie Sue laughed and said, yes, I would tell you that. So anyway, that's what I'm playing this afternoon, right? So why am I on a live? At the cemetery, mind you. So anyway, I went to have a sit down with my dad. I forgot my cup of tea. Oh, I'll have to go get my cup of tea, guys. Oh no, here it is. Okay. I poured myself a cup of tea because I have a thermos of cup of tea, black tea that I carry around with me. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a cup of tea with my dad. And I literally sit on the rock in front of his plaque, and it's like I'm sitting on his knee, right? And this is not dirty, guys, okay? My dad, I just remember this amazing vision of my, story of my feeling of my dad. He would, would sit on his knee and he would, jump us up and down. We would just it was just a joyful moment. And sometimes both of us, my sister and my would be jumping up on his lap, and we just I don't know, it's just a moment, right? Anyway, so I'm sitting on his lap, literally. So I'm an adult now, right? My dad's passed away, and I am sitting on a rock, somewhat on my dad's ashes, having a cup of tea, and looking up at the trees going, can I see a koala? I'm looking up going, can I see a koala? Because there's a lot of beautiful gum trees here, beautiful gum trees. And guess what happened? I was about to start crying and, carrying on. Guess what happened? A goddamn green ant bit me on the ass. No joke. A green ant, and now I'm wearing leggings, right, guys? A green ant crawled onto my shirt and on down my pants and bit me. So I literally jumped up in the air, and as soon as I jumped up in the air, I saw my dad's, plaque, and I went, the joke's on me. And I just started laughing because my dad does not want me sitting on top of his plaque crying. He's like, what the hell are you doing? Life is actually pretty good. I mean, it really is. I mean, I really shouldn't be complaining, and I'm not complaining. It's just circumstantial, right? So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay not to be okay. And I think you really have to own it. And I owned it, and I thought about some of the things I could do to help my mental health today. And fish skin specifically, fish skin is really, really full of fish oil, really good for your brain, and it's just really good for your system, right? So yeah, good moment. But it was very, very funny when the green ant bit me. I was like, okay, shut up. So that was my way of Dad going, get up, go for a walk, enjoy yourself, right? And then I was walking through the trees, and it's a beautiful, I've never actually walked behind here before, actually, to be honest. Never knew this section existed. So just walking around, having a little look, like I said to Debbie Sue, that I'd just, walk around, have a walk to myself and enjoy nature. And then I saw the kangaroos. I was like, kangaroos are so beautiful, right? So beautiful. And I'm sitting there watching them, and I'm like, smiling because, even though this is a sad place, so to speak, I'm at a cemetery, right? It's such a beautiful place too. It's a bittersweet, isn't it? Like, you get to see these beautiful kangaroos. And I'm sitting there I finished off my cup of tea, and I went, you know what? I'm not going to go for a walk now anyway. I'm just going to walk around here. I think I need to share my, ups and downs, my experiences. And I wasn't quite sure if anyone would be around at this time in the afternoon. It's at least 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I thought, you know what? Doesn't matter that if anyone's going to be watching this, I'm still going to talk to myself, right? I mean, the whole point of going live and talking about mental health doesn't mean that, you have to have an audience, right? It doesn't matter who's watching. I mean, it's nice that you guys are watching. Thank you. But like I said, you don't do a live just because there's an audience, right? I'm doing a live because I think this is an important message. If that makes any sense to you guys. Is there a message? Hey, Dr. Ninja. We're just talking about mental health, and then I'm going to show you some kangaroos, guys. But I just think, you know, I had to own it, and I have to, you know, I talk about mental health a lot, and I just think that it's important to share what's kind of going on with me. I think you guys have probably picked up on, you know, I have been kind of like, you know, nearly about to cry many moments, and even nearly cried many moments. But it's okay. It's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to share it, guys, because sharing's caring, and not talking about mental health is just eating into, like, playing into to what happened to my friend Esther, right? Bottling things up doesn't help anyone. And you know, I even thought about today. I thought, you know what? I might even need to talk to someone professionally. That a lot of I share in some of my lives that a couple of, you know, people in my life, you know, big people in my life, role models, mentors, have passed away. And if I was having this issue, so to speak, I would have shared this with them months ago, or weeks ago, days ago. But they're no longer here anymore, so, you know, I have to deal with this myself. I mean, yes, I have friends, but there's different, you know, there's different friends groups, right? So anyway, that's enough of that, guys. Let's go look at the kangaroos, right? Let's see if we can find them. So these are these beautiful trees. I'm still looking to see if I can see a koala, because these are the kind of trees that they hang out in. Now, the kangaroos were all sitting in here. There's a whole family of them. But they must have heard me whining and ran away. So there's this beautiful big field here. I don't actually know what they use the field for. I think it's like private property. But let me just show you guys. There's some kangaroos down there. So Matt's going, Dora, this will pass. Gonna have an amazing year. Oh, completely. I get it. I totally, oh, there we go. There's a kangaroo. I totally believe it. Like, life's a roller coaster. I've got so much to be thankful for, guys. Like, you know, next weekend I'm going to go see one of my favourite DJs at a rave. I'm going to go to Sydney, and I'm going to hang out with my sister. And, you know, I'm so grateful that, you know, I have the power to do that. Like, I work for myself. I can just make up a holiday. You know, I'm not overly wealthy, but I am so wealthy compared, right, to many people. To be able to go, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go to a rave down in Sydney. See ya. Hey, Maddie, how you going? Maddie always turns up. Is that Maddie there? Did I see Maddie? Yes, Maddie, I did see her. Maddie always turns up when I'm looking at wildlife. Have you ever guys noticed that? Like, if I'm platypus chasing, you'll see Maddie. If I'm koala chasing, you'll see Maddie. This is a beautiful field, guys. So Skippy's about to join all the other kangaroos. There's loads of them down there. Like, loads of them. I don't know if you can see that, guys, that there's loads of them. So Debbie Sue says, I love kangaroos. So Dr. Ninja says we're all support for each other, and we are. I've got to say, I mean, like, you guys have been there for me. Like, it really is, just goes hands in hands that, you know, I'm there for you guys, and you guys have been there for me. Maddie's got here, my hoppy friends. Oh, it makes me smile because I know how much you guys would love to see this. All right, so guys, there'll be lots more, guys. Let's go for another walk. Just watch the ground and make sure we don't see any, like, slithering snakes. We don't want to do that. because, you know, it is snake season and this is bush. All right, so let me go. I don't know if we can walk up through here. This is kind of the back. I think this is private, this section here. That's the back of the cemetery. And like I'd say they do cremations and stuff here, so let's not do that. Let's not go there. So walk around the other way. So this is called Tullawong. So guys, this is called what? Kangaroo poo, guys. You guys know I always talk about poo. That is kangaroo poo. Should we touch it? Should we touch it? Should we dissect it? It's actually hard, guys. Oh my God. It's actually hard. They're just eating grass, guys. They just eat grass. Okay. Just for shits and giggles, right? Shits and giggles, ready? It doesn't smell. Because they just eat grass. I had to do that for you guys. I knew that it'd make you guys laugh. It's just grass, guys. It's just grass. So this is Tullawong Cemetery in Deception Bay. So again, about 30 minutes away from Brisbane. This is about 20 minutes away from where I live. It's not near the beach, but isn't it a beautiful tree? That is a beautiful gum tree. Look at the colour. Absolutely beautiful colour. Actually, they call this a scribbly gum. See how it's got scribbles? That's not graffiti. That's scribbling. I don't know, it's sap and it's just squiggles. And look, these are the green ants that just bit me on the bum before. They actually hurt really bad. All right, so I'm just going to be careful because if there's people around for a funeral, I don't want to be showing anything. So this is where we had my dad's funeral. I've been sadly to a lot of funerals at this particular place. Or most people, I guess, if they, live in Redcliffe, most people are going to be buried and have a funeral here. Okay, there is a funeral there, so I'm not going to show you that. So it's a really beautiful place. I really love coming here. It's weird that I say that, right? I love coming to here because, I like to share a bit of space with my dad. Even though I know he's not here, like his ashes are here, but he's not here, right? I know that. But the fact that my dad chose this cemetery too, he said to me, this is where I want to be buried, my ashes to be buried. Pick a... See, look at all the poo, guys. See? Normally in the afternoons, there's kangaroos galore here. So I did see some more kangaroos over here. Let's see if we can see them, guys. Or we might go for a walk at the back there. So my dad said to me, he goes, you pick the plot for me. And after he passed away, I came here and I picked a really, really nice spot that overlooked some gum trees that my dad would have loved. All right, let's see. This is where I saw some kangaroos. This is where... there you go, guys. They're still here. And we don't get too close, guys. We do not get too close. Hello? Hello? They definitely know I'm here. What am I looking at? Monkeys? Dora doesn't know what shitty is happening in the... What? I don't understand. I don't know. Oh, there's more at the back there, guys. So they're very hyper vigilant. So there's 2 here, and can you see that there's 3 at the back there too? I don't know if you can see them there. There you go. What we can do is we'll go over the other side. Not going to get too close. Guys, toilet. It's just been cleaned. I just saw the cleaning facility people cleaning them out. This is public toilet. This is a public space here. Technically, this is part of council. The council clean the toilets, so they're always quite clean. So I've often done lives here, guys. You see them hanging out over here a lot. And sometimes you see massive big kangaroos, like big kangaroos, like big kangaroos you don't want to go anywhere near. These ones are little baby ones. So let's see if we can see at the end here, guys. I'm trying to be very, very quiet. I mean, they're going to know. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Let's sit. Okay. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello, cutie. Cutie, cutie, cutie. Cutie patootie. Hello, Em. I forgot that this is Australia and I thought kangaroo was a herd. Oh, you thought they were elks. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, no, these are kangaroos, Captain Kangaroos. And that looks like a boy. He's got some balls hanging out there at the back there. Hello, little one. Oh, you're so cute. Actually, I reckon that's a mum and she's got a pouch. I reckon there might be a baby in that pouch. A little Joey. Hello. Oh my gosh, my heart. Oh. Yep, that's mum. I wonder if there is a little one in that bubba, in her little tummy there, in her little pouch. If she faces us, we might be able to see it. I've done lives where, oh look, she's about to jump in the pouch. Yep, she's the one that's been jumping in the pouch. She's getting some milk, guys. This is so precious. So she's getting some milk from mum. Oh guys, this is so beautiful. Oh, she just did a poop. Are you watching this, guys? This is, oh my gosh, my heart, my heart. It's so cute. So cute. You guys are joking about something. What are you guys joking about? Big tails. They got massive tails. It is very precious, guys. Now Dora, smell it. Oh, well, I don't want to interrupt the chicken. I mean, not interrupt the chicken. I don't want to interrupt this little beautiful moment between Mummy and little Joey. Like, she's going for gold there on the milk. Absolutely going for gold. So it makes sense to why, when I was standing on the other side, that Mum was very hypervigilant, like really watching me. Because obviously, you know, she wants to make sure that, you know, we're not going to hurt her and her little baby, Joey. So I think most of you guys know that baby kangaroos are called Joeys, and they hang out in the pouch. So you see Mum's got a bit of a, her bum is kind of hanging out. That's her undercarriage of her pouch, where I think that Joey might be a bit too big to be in that pouch now. But still, she's getting, or he is getting some milk. Dora, go box it. As if I do that. These guys, these are nothing. The males are actually double the size of that mum. They are massive. So I've done lives here and they are like scarily huge. Like very scary. The scariest one I've ever seen was when I was camping up at Carnarvon Gorge, which is a big hiking area. And oh my God, it came out my tent door and there was this massive kangaroo, like massive, like 2.5 sizes bigger than this thing. And it had a chest like it was built to box. It was crazy. I went back into my door basically. I was like, I ain't going out there. They can be very scary, kangaroos, especially the males. The females are fine. Mum will kick the hell out of you if you go anywhere near her. That tail is really, really strong. I have no clue what shittiness is happening. And I don't care either. I miss half the conversations, guys. And I'm okay to miss half the conversation. I'd rather look at these guys, I'm gonna be honest. Look at that. She's just adorable. Adorable. Get it? Adorable. Adorable. Hello. Hello, sweetie. You are so cute. Yeah. Very, very cute. Okay, what's happening over here? There's 3 of them over here. They look like statues. Hi, Nicholas. Oh, like I care. Like I care. I did it because I knew you guys would react. Because you guys, when I was smelling koala poo, you guys were talking about it for ages. So that's why I thought, well, you know what? I've never actually picked up kangaroo poo. Wonder what it's like. I was curious, guys. It's good to be curious. I wouldn't be an adventurer if I wasn't curious. End of the day, we poo, we wee, so do animals. Can I just tell you, their shit smells better than our shit. I'm just gonna be honest. I wouldn't go anywhere near my shit. But that was pretty pleasant, guys, on the scale of, poo smells. And it didn't smell like poo, guys. Should I rename my channel? The Poo Channel? Poo Chaser. If Mike was here, he'd be like, oh my God, Dora, come on. Dora's Poo Adventures. And no, I'm not going to start another channel for it. The Shit Chaser. Yeah, it could be the Shit Chaser. Or Chasing Shit. Okay. The kangaroo said that's stupid. That is just stupid. Just keep your same name, Dora. Explorer Dora 80. Means you're just exploring the world and all the animals in it. One shit at a time. Absolutely no shittiness. Oh my God, you guys are all doing the pun. Oh look, they're cuddling. Oh, hello. Oh. waved at you. Hello. Hello. I'm trying to wave. Hello. Oh, where's my hand? Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hello. How cute are you? Oh my God. That is like picture perfect, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Nicholas, Mum, and little Joey. Little Joey's been like nursing for like the last 5 minutes. Oh, hey, Nicholas. Oh, she's smelling his bum. Nicholas, I literally went to my father's plot here, where his ashes are, and I sat on the ground next to my dad. And guess what? I was about to have a little cry, and guess what? A green ant bit me on the ass. That was my sign to say, my dad to tell me, stop crying, sort yourself out. You're okay. And that's when I decided to go for a walk. And I decided to talk about mental health because, seeing this right now, guys, I know I'm sharing this with you guys, but that's why I'm not really that into the chat right now, guys. I'm more just into these guys. I'm just like watching them in awe going, absolutely love it. Like, it doesn't matter how many times you see kangaroos and koalas and platypus or, animals of any, in the wild. They're just absolutely amazing to see. They're just fantastic. I love when they pop along and they use their tail. Ready? You gonna go somewhere? Ready? They're gonna go. You're gonna go somewhere? You're gonna go somewhere? Ready? You zoom out. Ready, steady? Nope, not going anywhere. Oh, I'm sure it's thinking, what the hell is that? What is that? What is this? Definitely know I'm here. All right, should we go for a walk and see if we can see any more? Or do you want me to sit here and watch these guys a little bit longer? Actually, guys, I'm gonna make the call. We're going for a walk. We're going for a walk. Oh. If we just walk slowly, they know that we're not threatening. If we ran through here, they'd probably be a little bit, like, what the hell? What are you doing? Go away. See how they're looking at us? Like, yeah, we know you're there. It's okay. We know you're here. I'm just going to put my cup in my car. Just going to have a quick look down here for a second. My good mate Craig is buried down here. So the section where my dad is the cremation. This is the burial area. This is my good mate, Craig. Always come down here, give him a pat. He died way too young. He would have turned 50 last year. Sometimes I come here and there's a bottle of wine The pillow's here so that you can sit here and sit with him. All right, let's go for a walk. Let's see. Well, there's definitely been kangaroos here. There's poop everywhere. I've never gone over here. There's a little kind of reflection area. It's got a little waterway. Oh, hello. Hello. That's unusual. You got one by yourself. Hello. Hey, matey. How are ya? Hello. We're not here to hurt you. We're just watching you. Yep. See, he's gone back to his normal eating. See, guys, they're just eating grass. Poo grass. Oh, that just fell over. Full of water. Flowers. Oh, is it fresh flower? Oh no, it is fresh flowers. Okay, let's do this. No, they're fake. They're fake. It's just going to fall over again, isn't it? It's a bit too windy. Oh, it's a bit too heavy, I think. Oh, there we go. All right. What's his name? Joycelyn Pepperdoon. Interesting name. Guy. Yeah, so this is the little reflection area here. I mean, keep in mind it's a bit too hot to be really green, and there's no water because it's summer. But I reckon there's water in here in winter time probably. All right, let's go for a walk over here. Lots of poop, guys. Kangaroos rule here. So that was that big paddock that we saw a whole lot of kangaroos at the back there. So let's go have a little looky. Let's see if we can see any more down there. And we're getting some walking in, which is really good for our mental health, right? Can't say I'm not proactive, right, guys? I think the big thing is, right, is when we're suffering mental health, is that if we let it get worse and worse and worse, it does get harder to pick yourself up. So obviously, not that it's a competition about who's worse or anything like that, but obviously I was able to pick myself up and, try to do something proactive to help my mental health today. And then I also got many signs to tell me that, it's okay. Being able to look at and, to read signs and to be aware, I guess, and to hope and to look. Let's look for some koalas too, guys. That's the other thing. There could be some koalas. I'm not exactly sure what they use this backpack for. I don't think they use it for anything. Maybe this is going to be an extension to the cemetery one day. Nothing. It'd be really super cool if we saw a koala. Just saying, universe, just saying. I mean, you don't have to provide. You provide quite enough, I've got to say. I'm very, very grateful. We saw a whole lot of kangaroos down behind those trees over there. It's probably quite warm at the moment. That's why. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, massive one here. Massive one. Can you guys see that? Massive. Massive one. That is Captain Kangaroo, guys. So let's go around. So they definitely know I'm here. They're very, very aware. That's why you don't run fast. Just walk slowly, non-threatening. Don't get too close. And they'll just go away. You know, they'll do their business, right? If I was a right tourist, right, I would go up and try to do a selfie with them, right? But I'm not a tourist and I'm not an idiot. Sorry, you know, I'm just being honest, guys. But, you know, when you see wildlife, don't be idiots. Don't try to go get selfies with them. That's not that big, guys. That's not too big, that kangaroo. There's bigger ones here. Oh, that's a boy. Can you see it? Can you see its nuts, guys? Do you see? Do you see the nuts hanging? Do you see his genitalia? That is a boy. That's his scrotum. His ball bags. Sorry. You guys were having fun in the chat. Now I'm having fun with you guys. Miranda, hello. Oh, and the Travelling Combs. How you going? I'd love to know in the chat who's actually seen a koala in the wild. Has anyone been? Well, Nicholas is Australian. Nicholas, do you see them in the wild ever? Guys, I really can't read the chat as per usual. I'm going to move around so I can probably see a little bit better. I don't think I should be going over that way. It's kind of a bit private. Here we go, guys. Okay, but we'll show you that that's all the kangaroos I was looking at before, but from down further. I might get yelled at here, guys, so we don't want to get yelled at, but I'm just going to zoom in and you'll be able to see a whole lot of kangaroos down there. Oh, maybe you can see them. I don't know. Can you see them? Oh yeah, of course you don't see them in Melbourne, Nicholas. Up at the property, yep. Do you also have wombats? Nicholas said, Nicholas, do you have a family farm? I actually don't know too much about you, Nicholas. Oh, they're both boys, guys. That one's got some ball bags there too. This one specifically. We will have a chat soon. Okay. He's pretty big. I mean, he's not huge. Like I said, there are bigger kangaroos. Okay, so the fact that he's just sat down means that he's quite comfortable with me around. Got to remember, it's not just me. They see lots and lots of people here all the time. So they're quite familiar with, you know, people being around, I guess. Travelling Combs say people always make Australia sound so daunting with predators and venomous animals. In reality, showing us this is so beautiful. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, there's scary animals everywhere. And it's not just animals, guys. Humans are friggin' scary, right? The boy kangaroos are creepy. Oh man, I don't like the boy kangaroos. They're huge, right? The spiders. Well, guys, did you see well, if you looked at my second last video, you saw that when I was just moving into the camper and I had a solo night. Did you see the big ass spider that was literally behind my bed? And I've never found it yet, so it's probably still under my bed. But it's a funnel web. They're not dangerous. But, I didn't get too close to look either. Gotta say, when I travel, I have been to a few famous cemeteries. The last one I went to was, I can never remember the name of it, but it's the famous one in Paris where Oscar Wilde is buried and Jim Morrison is buried and a lot of famous people are buried, and it's just architecturally absolutely stunning. Some of these tombs are like out of this world, like absolutely beautiful. Like you could live in them, they're so beautiful. And my favourite cemetery that I've ever been to is where Eva Peron is buried in Barcelona, in Buenos Aires. There's this beautiful, beautiful cemetery, and Eva Peron was buried there, and there's some beautiful, beautiful they call them mausoleums. Absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, I've lost all those photos, but I had some really beautiful photos from the beautiful tombs and beautiful sculptures in the garden. Yeah, I'd actually really like to go back to Barcelona one day. Okay, let's see if those... or if they hopped away. Oh, they hopped away. Oh, here they are. Hello. Hello. That little cute one is so cute. It's like waving at us. Well, it's licking its hands actually. You have horses. Oh, right, okay. The wombats are not so keen on the land. It's too cold up there. Yeah, I don't know why the wombats seem to like Susan's land then. Hey, it's really weird. The Travelling Coombe said, "Oh wow, we'd love to get to Paris someday. We have so many international destinations on our list." Oh, tell us what's on the list. So the new country that I'm going to see this year is going to be South Africa, Kenya, Nairobi, and Tanzania. And if I can rope Jazz into meeting me in Africa when I go to Africa in September, I'd love for her to take me to Cameroon, to where she's from originally. So they're going to be my new countries that I'm going to visit this year. I'm very excited about that. So that might get me to about 68 countries this year. It's getting me close to my 80 goal. Obviously, my channel's more about, you know, travel at home and just adventures in general. You don't have to go overseas anywhere to have an adventure, right? Look at me, I'm at my local cemetery, guys, having an adventure. But obviously, the Dora inside me definitely wants to fulfill her goal of seeing 80 countries. So August and September, I'm going to go to Africa. I'm going to Africa with 3 of my school friends, actually. And we're going to do a couple of safaris, and we're going to go to the Serengeti and see the Great Migration that happens in September. So we're going to go see that. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure how much of it I will show you via lives, but obviously I will video it. But that's my big trip this year. And it's probably one of my biggest goals was to go to Africa. So Dr. Ninja says he wants to go to South Africa. One of my plans is to hike up Cradle Mountain. Not Cradle Mountain, that's in Tasmania. Oh, what's the mountain called? Table Mountain? Table Mountain, is it? That's it, Table Mountain. I really want to hike up Table Mountain. It's supposed to be absolutely spectacular. Welcome to the chat. I can't read something. Oh, Singapore. Singapore Millions. Hello, how are you going? So these are my new friends from Singapore that I connected with a couple of weeks ago. Obviously they're from Singapore. My Singaporean friends, have you seen kangaroos in the wild before? Ouch. So the Travelling Coombs have here the most interesting wildlife encounters on camera was, I'm trying to read this, what, a beaver? I believe, oh shit, was a beaver that thought it was being sneaky, but we got him on video. Oh, cool, where was that? Oh, so Nicholas, you've been to South Africa? Have you been to the Tabletop Mountain? Guys, you know that I'm half blind, like looking at a lot of this chat. I can't make out the Miranda. Is it Miranda? This is amazing. It's beautiful to see, and thank you for everyone for warm welcomes. We don't have anything like this. Might see us close in a cemetery, dear rabbit or a frog. Did I read as a Miranda? Welcome, Miranda. I'm sorry. Well, thanks for my friends for welcoming you in. I'm Dora, the person behind the camera. I'm not shy. I'm just letting you see the animals, not me. And sometimes I can't see the chat, so I'm not being ignorant. I just can't see it. But I've got pretty cool friends, and I'm glad they welcomed you in. I'm not surprised though. The travelling Combs have a 4-month-old that's getting over the flu and she's having trouble sleeping. Oh, because you guys are in the UK, right? So it must be very early in the morning for you guys. Just like Matt. Matt, why are you awake? Matt Launton is from Cheshire in the UK. That's very early for you guys. Well, it must be, what, 3 o'clock in the morning? Maybe 4 o'clock. Okay, so Lavender's there. Hey, Lavender. She's talking about... Okay, we don't need to talk about that, Lavender. It's all good. As long as it's over with, it's fine. As I said, I really like Bill, and I don't think Bill intentionally tried to be nasty. I just think sometimes we can interpret things in the wrong way. Oh, yes, you're okay, Travelling Combs, Wisconsin. Guys. Where are you, Lavender? Did you say you're in the UK at the moment? Lavender's normally from Australia, guys, but she's travelling at the moment. I saw you live. Okay, it's 5:21, Matt said. Love the kangaroo. Oh, it's awesome, isn't it? So, Dr. Ninja, have you settled being home again? Have you had the holiday blues, or vacation blues as they call it, when you come back from a trip? Okay, so you are in love. Miranda is from something, Kansas. No, Kansas. So Miranda, are you a content creator? Tell us about your channel. So most people on the channel know each other already. So please let us know who you are. You're from Kansas, but are you a content creator? Tell us about what you post about. Because pretty much everyone in the chat is a content creator. And most people are, well, bar Matt and Lavender that are in the UK, and Nicholas and me that are in Australia. The rest of these fine people are actually in America. I believe Dr. Ninja's in Florida. Debbie Sue is in Virginia. Oh, what? Dr. Ninja isn't feeling well. What? And could use good thoughts and prayers. Oh, what's going on, Dr. Ninja? Okay, yeah, sorry, Nicholas doesn't create content. Sorry, I missed that about Dr. Ninja. But obviously, here to always send prayers to people that need them. A lot of you were sending prayers to Little Grey and to Susan. Lots of prayers have always been sent to Debbie Sue with her recovery. I know we were all kind of hoping that Cheryl was going to be better last week. So Cheryl, I believe, is better now. Matt, I think Lavender is travelling at the moment in London. Okay, so Miranda says, no, I have no channel. It's just weird. I watch yours and a lot of others. I don't make any, but I'm from the United States. Very, very far from Australia. Oh, well, welcome in, Miranda. I see a lot of people that come in and come and go. So obviously I don't recall actually having a chat with you. So let me say, nice to meet you. And it doesn't matter that you're not a content creator. We don't always need to be content creators, right? Like, look at Nicholas, he's not a content creator, but he's always part of the group and he's always sharing his experiences. A lot of the time he's giving me shit, but you know, that's the Australian way. So welcome. Most people here are very nice people. I mean, when I say most, there's a lot of sarcastic people in the chat here, and they don't mean to be nasty. It's just we do have a bit of banter. So, you know, don't feel weirded out or anything, because we do like to have a bit of a joke. A lot of the joke is sometimes on me, but that's okay. I can handle it. It's okay. Oh, you have a cold, Dr. Ninja. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I hope you feel better soon, okay, Dr. Ninja? So Marina's got here, it's crazy. It's nighttime here. And by the time, and look at my time here. Well, it's 3:26 p.m. here on Thursday afternoon. No, it's Thursday. Nicholas? Nicholas, you forgot a day. Oh, in America. Yeah, of course. All right, Nicholas. I didn't read the whole chat. You're eating chicken soup. Well, that will help. Hey, guys, I've got a recommendation for you. When you're feeling not so good, right? Dr. Ninja, do you like spicy food? Because a really, really nice, really spicy soup that's really good for you when you're feeling a little bit low in immunity and you're feeling like a sore throat or something, or flu-y, is a tom yum, which is a spicy soup. You can have it mild, but it's got lots of lemon, chili. Oh, here we go. Here's another one to the collection. Hello. It's got lots of lemongrass, chili, lime, a lot of spices that are really, really good for you. So I always suggest to my friends that are feeling a bit low to go get a tom yum. So Tom, new word, Y-U-M. So get a tom yum chicken or a tom yum prawns or pork. And if you can handle it spicy, go a medium or a mild. A medium or a hot, but Thai hot. Muy bueno, which is Espanol for very good. And I tell you, it'll make you sweat, but that's what you need to sweat all that stuff out of you. Those, you know, the whatever you got out. Nicholas got here. Oh my God, when have I given you crap? Oh my God. I want soup now. I love a tom yum soup. Has anyone tried a tom yum soup? They're amazing. Well, everyone's sending their love to Dr. Ninja, that he's feeling better soon. Matt is from Cheshire, like the Cheshire Cat. It is 3:29 p.m. for me in Queensland. For Nicholas, it's 4:29. They're an hour in front in Victoria, in New South Wales. I'm an hour behind. Lavender's got here, Dora, Rose edited and posts the videos and I'm just in the videos, laugh. Okay. So Dr. Ninja says, I have heard of that, but I will look it up. Oh, seriously, Dr. Ninja? Have a go of it. Do you like spicy food? I reckon you do like spicy food. If you like spicy, try to get a hot. Tom Yum chicken hot is, it'll knock your socks off. It's amazing. The lemongrass, the chili, the lemon juice. Oh, there's a whole lot of flavour in it, and it's really good spices for you. Nicholas is saying it's a brilliant idea. I've got some good ideas. So Nicholas has got Tom Kha Gai. Tom Kha Gai is more coconut based. That's okay also, but not for a spot like for a flu. I recommend the Tom Yum because it's more lemongrass flavour. Coconut's great, but it's more. I think that's more a different kind of flavour for the flu. Lavender says, I love spicy foods. I love spicy foods too. We can be friends, Lavender, then. Dora, I loved your cooking with your mum. Are you going to do that again? Of course we're going to do that again. I was thinking about inviting mum over to the camper van and we do it like a camper van cook-up. So Miranda says it's 11:29 p.m. in Arkansas. Love Thai food, Nicholas says. So I used to work in a Thai restaurant, so that's why I know some good dishes that help with different kinds of things. So Dr. Ninja says, I have Tom Yum in my tiny town. Well, Dr. Ninja, tomorrow or in the morning, get yourself one for lunch. That'll help you so much. And the hotter you can get it, the better for you. Obviously, if you don't like spicy, don't get hot and spicy, but maybe get a medium. But if you take spice and you like it, do yourself a favor and go as hot as you can. It'll help because you need to sweat that stuff out. So Matt's a Tom Kha guy. So you like the coconut one? Yeah, I will. I'll get my mum to come over and cook in a camper. It's got kaffir lime leaves in it, yes. They're good stuff. Dr. Ninja has a great channel. He does. He does. I was just watching, oh my gosh, now my brain wants to remember. Dr. Ninja he did a short on Lala's channel about, Lala was talking about, and now I've completely forgot what she was talking about, Dr. Ninja. Because I was watching the live when she quoted it. Now I cannot remember the quote, but you quoted it in your video. Attracting money, that's right, yes. She was doing affirmations that money comes to me, I attract money. It was actually quite powerful when she was saying it. And I was actually talking about affirmations in my morning live actually. That, I learned to do affirmations when I was living in Mexico. And around health and wellness, like, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. And then you write it like 20 times, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy. Until, and you say it over and over, I'm healthy and I'm wealthy. And you keep on writing it. And then eventually it's embedded in your head, right? So, you can do affirmations many ways, but writing it is a really powerful way. Yeah, I love affirmations too. I was saying an affirmation this morning that little grey is well, little grey is walking, little grey is well, little grey is walking. That was my affirmation I was saying this morning while I was walking along the beach. Miranda. Dora didn't have that accent. Huh? What does that mean? Oh, g'day, mate. Can you say, please? I just love the accent, but I don't want to sound rude. Oh, you don't sound rude. Ready? G'day, mate. How you going, mate? That's not my normal accent, right? But that's very ochre. Like, g'day, how you going, mate? But if I was going to say that normally, I'd be like, g'day, how you going? Not bugging on like I did. Like, g'day, mate. Sounds like I've just pinched my balls or something. I don't have balls, but anyway. So not insulted whatsoever. It takes a lot to insult me, trust me. But I call everyone mate. And it helps when you forget people's names, I'm gonna be honest. Like on YouTube, I'm getting better at remembering people's names and where they're from. I always like to know where people are from. Kind of, I don't know, just I always ask, then I always forget, right? Like the Traveling Combs, I always forget they're from Wisconsin. But I do try to remember where people are from. And sometimes it's hard to remember people's names too, because obviously people have long channels and sometimes their channel names have nothing to do with their names. Like the Traveling Combs, I don't know the names. Like the Russells, you know, they're an Australian couple that I follow, which is Emma and, oh, I can't remember her other name. Okay, I've forgotten it. And Emma and Tanya, that's right. The Russells, the Traveling Russells. So yeah, I do like to ask people their full name. But right now, my capacity to remember things is pretty shot, and I'll be honest. I try though, I always ask. So, you know, be used to me asking a million times, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from again? Are you from Scotland? Okay, not Scotland. Wisconsin. Okay, cool. And then I ask it the next time I see you again. Nicholas thought Matt was Australian. Oh, there you go. Maybe Matt is a closet Australian. Yeah, Crocodile Dundee, that's very much... That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's nowhere near the right accent. Actually, something interesting, guys. Very interesting. I'll take you away from the kangaroos for a second. So we all know Steve Irwin, right? So yesterday, in the op shop that I was working at yesterday, I found a surfboard, not like a real surfboard, like these are little surfboards. They're like miniature ones. You can get them in Bali. So when we go to Bali, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But it was signed by Steve Irwin, Terry Irwin, Kelly Slater, Joel Parkinson, and someone else, Slater. So it was actually signed by Steve Irwin and Terry Irwin, but it was back from a long time ago. They must have all got together somewhere and someone got all their signatures. I was going to buy it, but I just thought, I don't need a signature of Steve Irwin. He was an amazing man. He did so much for Australia, like for especially Australian conservation, like amazing. It's a real pity that he's passed away, because the conservation, you know, the education that he did was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I went to his zoo a little while ago. You're all familiar with Australia Zoo. That's his zoo. But I have not been back since he passed away, because it's changed a lot. It's become very commercial. And when Steve Irwin was alive, he wanted to make it more a sanctuary than a zoo. Like, you know, these animals are saved. That's why they're here. They're not for show. And now they have like a whole African area. They've got African elephants and zebras and rhinos and lions. And I just think that's humane, right? Like, I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of people love going to zoos, but I just feel like animals should be in the wild like this guy. These guys are just living their best life. They shouldn't be caged up. And if they are caged up, they must be there for a reason. Like, for example, when I was in Nepal, I visited a sanctuary that saved the grey rhinos, because there's not many grey rhinos left in the world. So it was a sanctuary where they were all running wild. And that was really interesting to see. But you can't get up close and personal to them because they're not behind bars. We're actually in the sanctuary with them, and they don't come anywhere near you. Like, I like supporting that kind of industry. So I went to Steve Irwin Zoo last year. I didn't pay to go. I got in for free because my client went. And I tell you, I've been putting off going there for years. They've said to me a few times, let's go. And I just don't want to go. I don't want to give any more money to a zoo personally. And I did some videos from there. I have not posted them yet. And then you can make your own mind up if you think it's a good zoo or a bad zoo. I have my opinions, and I'll probably try to keep them to myself. I don't know about that, Nicholas, about his dad. I think his dad, his dad was the one that originally started the sanctuary. The sanctuary was owned by his dad originally, his mum and dad, and then Steve Irwin took over it. I don't know if we know the real story, guys. I think there's a lot of bad publicity on both sides. Robert Irwin, which is Steve Irwin's dad, is a really big conservationist. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that no one will ever know about. I didn't know that, Nicholas. They sold a portion to a Chinese. I wouldn't be too surprised. It's a massive shame what happened to Steve Irwin. He was such a great man. Yeah, well, Nicholas, I probably agree with you, but I'm trying to be a little bit more, I'm trying to not be so judgy. So if you're interested in seeing that video, I will make that one day. So I did go for the day. I didn't pay to go in because, like I said, I didn't want to give any money to the company, but I did get in for free because of my work that I did that day. And I walked around and did an honest review on what I felt. And yeah, I will put that video together one day. Like all the other videos I will put together one day. Yes, I'm going to be diplomatic. That's what I'm going to be, Nicholas. Diplomatic. Mate, Steve Irwin had amazing energy. He was a magnet, that guy. And that is like one of the biggest losses to Australia we've ever had. Biggest losses to conservation, because the name he had, he could make things happen, right? Ah, okay, Nicholas, so you're in the know. Well, all I can say is I'm glad that Robert Irwin got a good payout, because he deserved a payout. So Miranda says, I would definitely watch it because I can't travel, but I love to see what the rest of the world looks like. Well, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Look at Dora doing a plug. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's free. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to say goodbye. I have places to be. And yeah, it's been nice, guys. And when I get back to the car, I just want to go over a couple of things before I leave. I just think you guys have had this opportunity to have a look at these beautiful, beautiful animals. And I think it's, oh God, it actually scares me being this close, guys. I don't like to be this close, but obviously I can walk by slowly. Don't make any sounds, they will attack or get scared and run away. And you don't want them to run away. But you see, he lied down there, so he's kind of relaxed. Look at the little arms on this thing. Look at the arms on you. You're so cute. So cute. So cute. All right. So, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. But, you know, my message was that it's okay not to be okay. And I started this video talking about that, you know, I have not been that okay. And specifically this morning, I definitely wasn't okay. But, you know, I helped try to, you know, be a bit more proactive about myself and about what I can do to help my mental health without, you know, getting worse and worse and worse. And yeah, and there's been some tears, but it's okay. And I think the best thing I did for myself today was to go get some really good food and have some nice, which has got omega-3s, which are really, really good for the skin, first of all. I'll be healthy tomorrow. I'm glowing. I feel like I'm glowing right now, actually. Look at the sun. But like, you know, it's really good for your mental health to have fish oil. They actually recommend that when you've got mental health, is to have fish oil. Water. Yeah. Water is really good for you too, guys. That's another thing I had, guys. I had some hydrolytes. And see, down that one. Do you have any more? One prepared earlier, another water. Oh, that was good. So, guys, just want to end this with it's okay not to be okay, and that, you know, it wouldn't be true of me not to talk about my own struggles at the moment when I openly talk about mental health and about my friend being a statistic of, you know, that 63 people a week that pass away because of their mental health. And, you know, even though I diagnosis of schizophrenia or mental health, I mean, or depression or anything like that, right? You know, from time to time we do suffer those things, and I'm just being completely real with you and letting you know that, you know, it's pretty obvious on some of the lives I've been doing that, you know, I'm kind of going like this. I'm spiraling in and out of, you know, overwhelmness and all the things. I don't want to go over it again, guys, you know. And I think to be an advocate is to be real and to actually talk about the facts, and not the facts, but like to share your experience. I guess I was trying to say is that, you know, I'm just like you guys, normal. You suffer the same things I suffer, but in different ways, right? We're all going through something. We don't all talk about it on our lives. I know that, understand that. Um, but because I talk about it so often, I always say on my lives that I do this also for the fact that my future self might need mental health, you know, help one day. Um, and if I didn't check myself today and do a few things to help myself, tomorrow I might have spiraled a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And then, hey, maybe next week I might not have gone to the rave that I paid for and thought, you know what, I don't want to go. And then I would live with regret that I didn't go to that, and then beat myself up over it. You know, like, this is how it all happens. You know, you just go spiral with spiral. And I'm very, very lucky that I have some experience, I guess, in mental health from the work I've done. I have some really nice people around me, some of them being you guys in the chat. Um, I have, you know, family that love me. I have a partner that loves me. I have friends that love me. Um, I have my dad that I went to visit today in the grave, um, that I know he loves me. I feel him all the time, right? The fact that I sat on his plot about to just tear up and, oh, there you go, just another sign, right? To tear up. And then I got bitten by a green ant on the bum. It's pretty funny, guys. It's pretty funny. And that's something my dad would, he would be like, Mutti, come on. So, guys, you know my real name is not Dora, right? It's Mutiara. My dad used to call me Mutti, M-U-T-I. And he would say, Mutti, the worst people off in the world than you. You're very, very lucky. And I know that, Dad. Thank you. I'm very lucky. So I just want to end that with I'm very, very grateful. I have many gifts that I am so extremely, extremely grateful for. And one of them being that I'm looking at kangaroos. I mean, that's a free experience, guys. And I just went to visit in like you could come to this cemetery. I mean, you don't have to have anyone buried here. It's a free place, and you can walk around and see koalas. Anyway, see you guys. I want to go. Thank you for being here. I hope something in there resonated with you. I mean, I know the kangaroos did, and I'm glad that you got to see the kangaroos. It's really nice. But anyway, thanks for sharing some space with me. I appreciate you guys. Bye.